everyone, I'm Tara. I like to welcome you all back to Spiritual Talk. Today we're just going to touch a little base on the energies coming in. Right now they are actually very intense for some of us. We're all experiencing it just a little bit differently. Kind of decided to go live today because I've been having periods myself where it's like a roller coaster. I've been crying, I've been screaming. We're feeling a lot of what's happening. It's can be very intense. Today I went out and I purchased a few things because I'm going to start a Reiki course. A little nervous about that. It's kind of taking me out of my comfort zone, which is actually good because we need to. I'm a little nervous about doing it, but I've already been doing it. So why not get it underway? The past few days have been pretty rough. I want to go and hide. I want to run in the woods. But I've been listening to other people, and they're kind of saying like we need to get out there because I have to feel what the collective is feeling. I'm feeling it anyways, but I want to get out to see, and not to see, but to help put a smile on someone else's face. I bought a salt lamp today, just right up there. I'm going to see how it works. I have a candle lit today. I actually purchased a new computer to kind of get things more underway. I will be doing what I'm going to be calling it is mystical healing. Because we're using the magic of the energies to help one another because we are healers, like healers. Only we're told like, no, we're weak, as I had specified before. I've kind of fallen back a little bit. I haven't been so much stepping outside of my comfort zone as much as I would like. I've been hearing from other people that like they've been hitting the dark night of the soul. I've been lacking on listening to frequencies. Right now I have a frequency in the background because I need to. They're actually calming. They're different ones, as I had specified before. I would appreciate any feedback I can get from people who have or are involved in Reiki. If you have any advice, I would really love to have. I know that I've done it before, and I've watched other videos that other people have put me on. And one of the things for it, I found out that it's thought and emotion. So this one person, one night, they were having a lot of back pain, back spasms. So I kind of put my arm up on their shoulder and my hand like right around here. And I took and I focused on their pain and my emotions. I want to help them. So with my thought and my emotions, I put it together. So I just took and I pushed it. Well, not pushed it, but like it out. And what ended up happening is the person's pain went away. Not only did their pain go away, but they fell asleep. So don't underestimate yourself, because you too also have the power. You just don't know that you're doing it. The same as I didn't know that I was doing it. I've done other things back years ago that I had no clue that I was doing until I spoke with a very good friend, and they helped me to realize this. Um, I've been avoiding the news because it gives me anxiety. But the anxiety is because I'm seeing it and it's happening, but it's already happened before. We're just starting to remember. I've been having like dreams, but it's not dreams. Um, before like I specified before, when I died in 2019. Prior to that, I had been going to the hospital. My doctor, walk-in clinics. Once I even went out of province, and they kept saying stress, anxiety, but like I was having a hard time breathing. My ribs were caving in. What had happened? I was going unconscious, and this one day I went unconscious, and my arm, my face, my body slammed. A couple months later, I went and I had a flu shot. Well, what ended up happening with the flu shot is my muscles started to deteriorate. I had like air pockets coming up because when I go unconscious, they take and they stick their hand in here, right on on the scrotum, and they just grind really hard. And at that point, I was tasting blood. I was actually spitting up blood. And because I didn't have it in a proper bottle, they wouldn't test the blood. This was at the hospital. And they'd say, oh, it's anxiety. Here, we'll give you a referral for a psychiatrist or therapist or what have you. And I just look at them and like, if I felt I needed one of those, I would put the referral in myself. Sometimes we feel like we're dying. At that point, though, I did actually die, as I had stated before in one of the things. Now, just the other night, I had been kind of sleeping, and I was having this really vivid dream. My mom's deceased, but my mom was there, which they are still here. We just can't see them. We have them in our consciousness. So they're made invisible to us. So my mom was there, and I was spitting up this blood, and they're not doing anything. They're just telling me, go home. So it makes me realize, like, because think of Men in Black, okay? You see something happens, they don't want you to remember it, they zap your memory. And you don't remember they did it, and then they give you new memories. So it was spitting up blood, and then it was like they kept sending me home, this and that, and it's just anxiety, go home. And my mom was in the room. There was other people coming in the room. And then at one point I was with my sister, and I was coughing up blood. And these doctors, nurses, like, they're just pushing me away. So then what ends up happening, and I wish I could remember that doctor's name, because as I have stated before, I'm telepathic. So I get names, and I get first names and last names, and then they tell me where they're from. So I Google it just to, like, maybe I am crazy or insane, but I know I'm not. So with that vision, what ended up happening is this person came to me and said, okay, we want you to go here. So what ended up happening, it was like I went through a grudge. It was like they were secretly doing it to help me. That's why I said I wish I could remember that doctor's name. But getting to the point that throughout this, we're going to have memories of things that they've taken from us. Okay? Because as I had stated, we were here before. We've already gone through what we're going through. We're just reliving it. And the Matrix, deja vu, you got the glitch. It's like you kind of shake your head like, I've lived this before. It's because we have. And the reason why things turned out differently this time is because we've done things just maybe slightly different, the free will and all. But we get confused. Like I'm kind of confused about things still. I'm still learning. As I said, I kind of got off my path for a bit. I'm starting to get back on it. My energies have been wonky, but they're there. Only it's what I'm realizing is the fact that I've been going with my head and I have to go more with my heart. I got to get out of the head because the head is just confusing me and it's saying, oh no, you can't do this or do that. It's like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. So I've actually gone on my comfort zone somewhat. I'm helping a family, a man and his father. And it's a little different. I'm doing some housekeeping and I'm playing cards with the father and getting him to play music to try to bring him out of his comfort zone because we're all kind of in a rut and it's like everything seems bleh. Everything seems, whoa, wait, like what? But as you go further, you start meeting people. And when you start meeting people, you find out that, wait a minute, these people are they're on the same page. Only they're on the page differently. Because we're all all on different frequencies. And I've been noticing that. Like I have a cat and he goes spastic sometimes. He'll attack me. He's doing fine and he's loving me, and then all of a sudden, chewing at me. And he'll go like it's like, whoa, where'd that come from? And you feel like if you're slapping the cat, but you can't. So I just take him, I push him down. He'll come at my legs. But he too is kind of going back and forth. Like there's times that I feel like ripping someone's head off and I don't know where it come from. But it's because we're all connected and we're all feeling things together. So we're getting angry, we don't know why. We start crying out of the blue, we don't know why. We're just in different energies right now. In different times. Some went last week. I heard today that the next few days there's going to be a lot of energy coming in. The past week or so, I've been having trouble sleeping, waking up a lot through the night, and waking up with anxiety or panic or heart palpitations. I know someone, they don't know it, and they're like, I try to explain it to them, but they don't want to hear any of it, but they sort of understand a bit. They're not so much thinking that I'm like, ooh. Um, well, just a week and a half ago, this person started having like really bad heart palpitations. Their heart rate was up to 149, which, well, that's pretty high. And they were having some, they were having some trouble breathing. And they called the ambulance, and I was really worried because this person is very close to me. What ended up happening is they got out of the hospital, and I told them, like, I may not physically be there with you, but I am there. So I was laying here on my couch, and I was taking my energy, and instead of directing my energy to them, I was calling their pain to me to take their pain away. I was praying to God and my angels and my ancestors. I was just praying to the universe and the collective, like, help me to, like, to help them. So together we did it. I took the pain, and the collective feels pain, so they were too. And when I contact them, but they won't acknowledge us right now, at least. Um, Within minutes, I messaged them. Well, their heart rate had been coming down, and their breathing was fine. So, coincidences? No, synchronicities. You too are a healer, as I had stated. So, keep that in mind. I want to help to heal the world. I send duskirata la shkole. Moriasketa enemikia. Voila ala shkole shkole mina kuriasketa isketa. Kila la shkole e koleskiото no moniasketa to ila perikoria marikariasketa tai. Kinema e koiskela meriteskiото to etakiana. If I am able to help to take someone's pain from them and take it on myself, I will do so. Because I don't like seeing anyone suffer. We suffer in silence sometimes because we feel like other people don't understand us. I live with someone, and, well, don't live with them, but I communicate with them. I'm kind of in the place downstairs. And they're doing pretty good. They actually want me to help them. But as I stated before, some people took offense to me saying God helps those who help themselves. But if you've seen the movie Evan Almighty, in that, Morgan Freeman, he says about, like, God can give you the tools or the chance to do something. He can put it in front of you, but you have free will. It's your choice whether or not you accept it. That's why I say God helps those who help themselves. You have to want it in here, not here, because you're going to get confused up here. We do need to use our brain sometimes, but look at things through the heart. I know I'm not easy to live with sometimes or be around because, as I said, like the anxiety just, or, sorry, excuse me, or I scream, but it's like I'm screaming for other people. There's so much going around in the world that we just kind of want to run away, but you can't run. I'm here to help. And that's what I'm going to do. Supposing if it kills me, I've already died. I came back. I'm not afraid to die anymore. Do I want to? No, nobody wants to. Sometimes we feel like we want to because things get so intense. But as the wise man once told me, keep going. Don't give up. You're more powerful. You're stronger than what you think and what you've been led to believe. And there's this one young woman. She's beautiful. Ireland Clark. She has a YouTube channel. And she's my inspiration. She's been there for me through a lot. When I was purging and when the dark night of the soul, so I was purging and my body just like, whoa, and they're like kind of their spirit is holding me there saying, okay, you just gotta let it go. Let it come in, let it go. And she's been there. And I love her to pieces. And I can't wait to meet her one day. I know I will. I know I've already met her. Just not in this period of time and frequency right now. But I have met her because I swear I know her. I want to send out all my love, compassion, and understanding to you all and to what's happening in Ukraine. Send all the love that you have. We cry for them. They have their lights there. And they have our lights here. And we're all working together to send as much to them. As I said, we've lived this before, so we're kind of going through it. Like, I know that I've had memories, and it's helped me to realize a lot of things, but I still have a lot to learn. I still have a ways to go. And I do hope that if I get off the beaten track again, that somebody gives me a swift kick up the rear end to say, hey, wait a minute. Well, that's your guardian angels that do that. But as I said, we all have free will. So it's our choice. We can either listen to the advice or we can go a different path. I know that, like, when I was feeling down, it was like everything would come pushing and pulverizing. There's times when I feel heavy and it's like walking. It's like, holy crap. So you're out of breath. It's because the energies are so conflicting right now that we feel heavy, we feel light. Right now I feel very light. And now yesterday, it was like, holy heck, am I going to be able to carry myself? But I want you all to know one thing. You are not alone. Never are you alone. Go within here. Know that you are telepathic. Your angels, your ancestors, your family, they're all trying to communicate with you right now to help you get through this. Because you can. If you're feeling, I'm going to say the words, if you're feeling suicidal, push that out of your head. Because you are way stronger. I've tried taking my life. Because I was always wondering, like, why am I here? Like, why am I going through this? But everything happens for a reason. We may not know what that reason is at the moment, but everything happens for a reason. And we all need to know that we're together. And you may think that there's no one there for you, but maybe you just haven't talked to the right person. Because you're not crazy. If you're hearing voices, you're not crazy. Like, kind of, like, acknowledge them. Talk to them. If they say that there's somebody that you know, like I said before, ask questions that only you and they know the answers to. That's the way to find out. I still do it. I communicate with my mom, but just to make sure, and I've been doing it for almost 2 years now. I still ask, like, okay, what's your full name? What's your birthday? Stuff about myself, stuff about other people. They're waiting to talk to you. They have been talking to you. Do you ever wonder, like, okay, say sometimes you're there and, okay, you hear somebody say your name. And you look around and there's no one there. Acknowledge it. Let them know, like, okay, I hear you. Don't see anyone, but I just heard you say my name. You may have been on that frequency. They're always trying to communicate with you. Dimes. Like you have something sitting somewhere and then you go back and it's not there. It's like, where'd it go? It's because you jumped a frequency. You go back because you're flustered and it's like, well, it's there. Sometimes, like, I'll look and it's like, what? Ask your angels. Ask your family. Like, okay, where did I put this? Can you guide me to it? And you go to it. Sometimes I backtrack to kind of put my mindset back into where I was. And then you go look, it's like, okay, well, that wasn't there a second ago. Okay? It's because things are changing really quick. I'm like, ooh, all over the place sometimes. It's like a roller coaster. Sometimes it's not a fun roller coaster, but we all scream on the roller coaster, right? Some of us cry. Like, get us off, get us off, get us off. They don't get us off. Because they can't. We have to wait till the ride finishes. But when it's your roller coaster, you can get off just by switching your train of thought. bringing herself here. And I've been listening to people, and like, I'm stubborn, very stubborn. My whole family, she is. Okay, I'm sorry, but that, like, as I stated before, other people kind of come in and they are saying that yes, I am very stubborn. I can be rather thick-headed at times, but we all can. But we learn. There's no such thing as perfect, but you can, like, kind of practice to get better. But when it comes down to it, you got this. Okay? Remember that. You got it because you've already done it. Just remember, like, you may not so much remember it, but you did. Sit with it. Just let it pass. Cry, scream. Just get out the frustration. Try really hard not to take it out on other people because your energy can be very powerful. I know that I've been having psychic attacks. I went to the hospital thinking I had to be in the psychiatric unit again. Yes, I was in the psychiatric unit. But when I went to the hospital, it really bothered me because they had, you're going to a hospital because you don't feel well. Okay? You want to be calm and relaxed. And you don't want stress and anxiety. But what did they do? They put TVs right in front of you. Okay? Frequencies, bad frequencies are coming off the TV. And they put on the news. A news channel, all news. Well, when I was in the hospital, it was like they sent me into this big waiting room. They detour you off to, okay, you got to go sit over here. And right directed towards everyone is this TV, and it's all news, the bad stuff. It's like coming in, ting, 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 ting. So I'm feeling it right here. I'm feeling it all over. It's like, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. So I went out and I sat somewhere else, and it was like, well, I could feel the attacks. It just felt like, vroom. So I was like to the nurse, like, is there a room I can go? So they put me in back. And then a police officer, I could feel the attacks coming from him because I was very polite to him. And it was just like, who the heck do you think you are? And he was shaming a person that he brought in. He was shaming this person in front of people. Like, people don't need to know this man or this person's business. That's some of the stuff we're dealing with. But I could feel his attacks on me. So I ended up having to move it. And these masks, it made me claustrophobic. And the attacks coming in, it's like I'm going, like I'm walking, and like there's like you guys stand. It's like you're like can't, like I'm just woo. So I was walking around and kind of trying to flick the energy off, and I'm walking around. Like holding my head and walking. I had a security guard coming. Oh, you need to sit down. You can't walk. Well, the nurse told me I could. One person, security guard, he approached me and he asked me my name. And he asked me if he could get me a glass of water and then asked me if I would like some ice. Because I was I was like claustrophobic. I was panicking. Literally panicking. And they're doing nothing. just looking at you like, well, just go sit down. It's going to be another 8 hours or more. So he got me the water. So it gave me the ability to take this mask down. So I'm sitting there in the hospital. I'm like this with my head down and my mask down here. I'm thinking, okay, I'll hide my face so they can't see that I have my mask down. What ended up happening is I ended up leaving. I left so quick that I forgot my purse. So we got going down the road. We had to come back to get my purse. When we come back to get my purse, because I was going to go to a different hospital closer to where I lived. And then we got going. It was like, no, I don't need the hospital. And I realized that we do need to talk to people because we're all having a hard time right now. Some easier than others because some got it figured out, some don't, some it's like nothing fizzes them, which that's pretty cool. But people feeling a lot of the anxiety, it's because you're an empath. You're very sensitive. You're part of Gaia. You're part of Mother Earth. And someone said today, and it's like, yeah, I understand that. Like, you're the light. Watch your tail. Watch your tail. You're the light. A very good friend has been helping me, telling me, okay, you go in your heart space. Because there was one night I called them. It's like, I need you now. Because this person is doing spiritual therapy. They're learning how to help others spiritually. And she just showed up. Mind you, I was outside laying on the ground because there's times when I just got to go outside, and I don't care if it's snowing or if it's a blizzard or like I'll lay right in the snow. And I just lay there and I feel so much better laying in the snow. But it's not easy, and I know what every one of you are going through. We experience things differently. Some of us, it's like you get on a high and you laugh, and you're laughing and then you cry, and then it's like, rah. But as I said, it's because the energies are constantly changing right now. Today was a good day. I'm hoping, well, tomorrow will be a good day because I'm going to make it a good day. And I want to take every one of you right now, and I just want to put you in my arms, and I want to give every one of you a very big hug, because everyone could use a hug right now. I'm going to leave you all with that right now, because I feel like I kind of overtalked, but I didn't. But it's all good because I'm on a learning curve. One day I will have useful, well, I mean, some of it is useful, but I will have more useful information. And I take my heart and I send it out to every one of you. I pour all love light to every one of you. Briesketto ishkana minigreske. Kiantoi koske atupule ara. Kuriesketta kurimata ekriato ishkle kuri. Semioshkure imikwe Kore atatsikiara, Uleshkala Purboya. I just told you all that I hug you, I hold you tight, I send much love, light, and blessings to you all. I feel you here, and I am with you. Might have got a little bit of that mixed up somewhat, but that's the gist of it, because sometimes it just comes out. So, I love you all. I hope this was helpful. And if I could ever help, which I hope I have been, by all means, ask for my help. And remember, I am always there in spirit. I love you all. Namaste.